And I would have put double the amount on, maybe even triple. Today, I'm going to be recreating Ariana Grande's viral vegan pizza that she made for New York Times Cooking. Step by step, I'll follow along, and then afterwards, my wife and I, accompanied by our cute dog and feisty pigeon, will give an honest taste test. You haven't touched the broccolini.
No, but it's burnt.
Basically, we're trying to determine if it's actually any good. But enough of the flashy intro, let's eat like Ariana Grande and cook for my vegan wife. So as you can see, Ariana Grande starts with a pre-made pizza dough. Now, I don't have that luxury, so let's grab a recipe from the New York Times website, which I've linked in the description below. And it's all very specific. 153 grams of 2 different types of flour and exact measurements of salt, which I'm running really low on, and I've got exactly the right amount left here, which is very lucky actually. And then you need some lukewarm water, some olive oil, and some yeast as well. And if you're wondering, yes, I do have a little bit of a cold, but this is a capitalist society and I've got to provide, well, I'm not making any money from this, but what's my point again? Oh yeah, I sound sexy. Deal with it. And while I need this and then let it rest for a bit, then need it again, I've got a question for you guys. What are your go-to pizza toppings? Let me know in the comments. So then you have to split this in half and divide it between 2 plates to make 2 different pizzas. Cover them with a damp cloth and that goes in the fridge for up to 24 hours. Now, I made that pizza dough last night, so I was in there for about 15 hours, which is pretty good. And basically, we're supposed to knead this. Oh wait, are we? No, we're not. No, we're not. We're supposed to just spread it with our hands. And this took me ages to do this, actually. I can't help but feel that Ariana Grande's one spread out a lot quicker than mine. But c'est la vie, whatever that means. And the exact shape of the pizza I'm going for here is somewhere between a rectangle, a circle, and a square. So a squirtangle, if you must. And then she begins the process with olive oil, which is always a good idea. Very interesting technique. And then some rosemary as well, which I definitely approve of. And then you go in with your basic run-of-the-mill kind of standard crushed tomatoes, nothing added, nothing fancy in there at all. And I'm not a begrudger, but she has it pretty handy here. All of her stuff is pre-prepared. Mine isn't, not even my cheese. So I got this vegan block of mozzarella and I've got to grate that first. And then to be fair, she doesn't actually use all that much cheese. It's pretty tight. I would have definitely gone heavier if this is my personal one. But we're going for visually accurate here, so let's keep it on track.
I really like colorful tomatoes. I'm mixing in some orange and yellows.
Right, I'm going to go back to the board and get these tomatoes chopped. And she goes in with 3 red tomatoes, 2 yellow ones, and 4 orange ones. Obviously all halves. And watch this. Now she uses a single piece of broccolini, and I couldn't find that anywhere, so I had to get regular broccoli, and that means I'm going to have to fashion this myself. I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil on the tray, spread it around a little bit, and that actually looks pretty good. We'll put a bit of salt on there as well and some pepper too, and then just roast it until it's done. Then that goes on the pizza. Now she's using some oyster mushrooms and some chestnut mushrooms. Now it specifically does say chestnut mushroom, and the ones she's using are those big, long, stalk-looking ones. But for me, a chestnut mushroom means those little fat brown ones. You know, the ones that look like, chestnuts? Also, hers look fried, so let's drop these into a pan and cook them until they're soft and they're a little browned. Then we'll just place those on, and she also uses salt, so I'll do that now. And to be fair, raw, this looks delicious. But to be honest, I don't have high hopes for the actual cooking part, because they're using a big industrial oven. And as you can see, my oven costs about €47, but it does have a broil function, so there's that. Actually, I take that all back. I'm impressed. We need to chuck on a bit of basil, but this looks really good. Pleasantly surprised. I didn't get the cheese pull I was looking for, but that's because there's hardly any cheese on there. But let's send it over to me, my wickedly good wife Tigress, Geordie the pigeon, and Lollipop for a taster.
It's really funny because we have like nice tops and then just like pajama bottom.
But the audience won't see that.
No, the audience does not know. Today we're going to try this lovely pizza.
I'm looking forward to this. I think it's going to be good.
Me too.
I have high hopes.
Me too.
I
It
think
looks amazing.
It's going to be grande. I'm really sorry. That just came to you. I'm sure I'm the first person to make that joke.
Yeah.
I like the rosemary. Strong.
The dough is great.
Really good dough. It's really light and fluffy and a little bit chewy. And our oven is awful, but it still managed to give it some oomph. The only criticism I have actually, and I feel like I felt this one.
Is the black...
the broccoli. Yeah, that was a waste of time. But I think she's a bit stingy with the cheese. And I would have put double the amount on, maybe even triple.
Yeah.
Maybe even quadruple.
Yeah.
But I had to follow the recipe.
Kind of like a healthy pizza.
Mm.
Which, it seems like some people think that vegan stuff needs to be healthy. It doesn't need to be.
I love my vegan junk food.
Yeah, I feel like the only thing that I would prefer, maybe there was more, cheesy and more maybe like greasy.
The mushrooms are a good choice.
Yeah, the mushrooms are great.
But yeah, I mean, it's just good pizza.
Yeah, it's good pizza.
Really good pizza.
Well, I also really like basil that's on top.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Some crusts in pizzas are really lame. This one's actually really nice.
You haven't touched the broccolini.
No, but it's burnt, so it doesn't really look that appetizing to me.
Crunchy. He's such a little messer. This is all he does now, just play fight.
He loves it. He either cuddles us or play fights. That's no in
Sometimes
between.
both.
Because they're prey animals. Like, if they actually feel in danger, they fly. They never fight. They never fight a human. Like, that's why you'd never see a pigeon doing this to a human. So he has to feel really comfortable to feel like he can mess with us.
Mmm. Mmm.
Mmm. Mmm.
Yum, yum.
Oh, it's good.
I would make this exact same thing again, minus the broccolini and extra cheese.
But definitely more cheese and more mushrooms, I think.
Mm.
More toppings.
Yeah. This plus.
Thank you for watching, and like and subscribe and share.
Oh yeah, leave a comment this time as well.
Yeah.
I like comments.
We do like comments.